Okay, so suppose we want to solve this equation here, and I'm going to show you an unconventional way to solve it, and then I'm going to show you how that corresponds to the conventional way to solve it. So we look and ask ourselves, what is the first thing that is happening to this unknown value x? And the answer is plus 2. So x has 2 added to it. And after 2 is added to it, that whole amount is divided by 4. And then after that, that whole amount is multiplied by 5. And then that whole amount has 3 subtracted from it. And according to the equation, the result of doing all that to x is 7. Now, we've got to get back to figure out what x was. So we play Sherlock Holmes, and we start with what we ended with, and we undo stuff. We undo the last thing that happened by reversing it. We add 3. And then we undo the times 5 by dividing by 5. And then we undo divided by 4 by times 4. And then we undo, finally, plus 2 by minus 2. So that means that if we start with 7 and we add 3 and we divide by 5, all that, and then we take all that and multiply it by 5, and oh, why not 5? Hello, that should be times 4 there. I almost screwed that button up royally. You probably were asking about that yourself. And then take all that and subtract 2. And that will be x. So x will equal 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 minus 2 equals 6. So x equals 6. Now, the traditional approach would be, take the last thing that happened to this unknown variable, minus 3, is the first thing that we undo. So we add 3 to both sides. And so we end up with 5 times that quantity equals 10. And then the second to last thing, the next thing we undo was the second to last thing that was done. So we divide both sides by 5. And so we end up with x plus 2 over 4 equals 2. And then we multiply both sides by 4. And we end up with x plus 2 equals 8. And then we subtract 2 from both sides. So you see how this unconventional approach tells you the order to do stuff the conventional way. So we end up with x equals 6.